This video is brought to you by...
Man, we ain't hard to find, man. We downtown Baltimore, man. The heart of downtown, man. 215 West Saratoga Street, man. Come on through, man. Show some love, man. Yeah, you can't miss us. We out on the block with it. We right between Park Avenue and Howard Street, man. Come on through. And to you out of towners, man, you want to get with us, man. Come on through. Put this cool green on. Let everybody know, man, y'all with the city, man, that y'all riding with us, man, that y'all for us, man. Y'all support what we got going on down here, man. Because this right here, man, it's going worldwide, and it's coming straight out of Baltimore, and it's going to be bigger than Ralph Lauren real soon, man. It's coming straight out the city, man, and this what it is. And once you put it on, you're going to see what I'm talking about, man. This the real deal. Come on down, man. If you can't come through and shop with us online. Go online right now, man. CoolGreenClothing.com and shop with us, man.
What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For all the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get right into the story. Street life. I'm going to start this video off with a question. Of course, y'all don't got an answer. But if you are or wherever outside living like that, think real hard. What was it or what is your real reason for choosing that life? Over a million other legit, positive things you could be doing. Is it poverty, the environment you came from, lack of opportunities, not wanting to seem like a goofy or clown? I know for me, it was feeling like my mother's and great-grandmother SSI check wasn't enough to live off as far as needs. So I felt like I needed to help out. In retrospect, it probably was for other reasons as well, like dropping out of school and having a daughter on the way at just 16. It sounds crazy, but thank the Most High, I got sent to prison at 17. It slowed me down, and I know for a fact, saved my life. But some people live off that same energy they had as a hopper to make them jump off the porch and take it with them all the way into adulthood. Until one day, you look up, you are now 30 years old and don't even realize what you are in the streets for. That is, if you are lucky enough to be here and not in the ground or prison. But that's a dangerous game with a lot of twists and turns that can end bad. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we will be discussing the case of a duo who was convicted of 3 hits in a short span in the spring of 2017. According to sources, on May 24th, 2017, Baltimore County Police got a call to Liberty Road, close to Liberty Place, at 6 o'clock p.m. of a person laying on the sidewalk, not moving at all. As they got to the location, they noticed there was a man suffering from a gunshot wound to the upper body. Unfortunately, it was too late and he was pronounced gone on the scene. The man was later identified as 24-year-old Kyle Javon Fulton. At the time of the incident, there wasn't any leads to the hit. No one knew what happened or saw anything. So the case sat still for a minute. Less than 1 month later, a 27-year-old barber and Puerto Rico native, Angel Luis Mendez Crespo, and his homie, 30-year-old Edgardo Castro Estramera, were staying together at a home in the 3600 block of Washington Avenue in Windsor Mill. Both men worked at the New York Dominican Salon in the area. On a Friday night, on June 16th, allegedly the 2 men were with their lady friends and wanted to have a good time. They rented a room at the Motel 6 in the 1600 block of Whitehead Court in Woodlawn. That day, Angel was in contact with a man named Derek Simmons about copping some party favors to have fun with. But unfortunately, things would go left. About 1:30 a.m., a guest at the motel reported to staff about hearing commotion and a loud noise that sounded like gunshots, but no one paid it any mind. The next morning, Edgardo and Angel were supposed to check out. but missed the checkout time. That's when a housekeeper entered the room to see what was going on. Opening the door, she immediately called police as she saw the two men laid out. As Baltimore County Police arrived on the scene, they noticed that Gardo laying right in the doorway and Angel in between two beds in the room. Both men seemed to be suffering from multiple gunshot wounds and unfortunately were pronounced gone at the scene. No one saw anything. The only evidence was Angel's cell phone and the number he had been contacting all day, before contact quickly ended about 1 o'clock a.m. Police got a warrant to search the phone records, but Angel's carrier did not retain any content or any messages or calls. Detectives' next steps were pulling up the number the man kept contacting and getting a warrant to pull those records as well, in which they did, finding text messages involving Angel and another person. He was stating he had balls to sell or Zans, but he wanted perks and grass for the night. The person agreed to meet him at the motel and text about 1:22 a.m. they were pulling up. Police also got the motel surveillance footage that showed a gold Mercury Grand Marquis pulling up in the motel a little after 1 a.m. and left around 1:30 a.m. right after the guests complained about loud pops. Baltimore County Police knew the car because it was also allegedly caught on surveillance on the day and time Cal was hit almost a month earlier. And it was two people of interest, Derek Simmons and Terica Evans. The text messages from the phone to Angel came from Derek's phone. County police put out warrants on the duo on first-degree hit charges, and in the early morning of June 21st, 2017, police saw the car parked outside of Derek's house. They waited, and about 6 a.m., Derek and Terica walked to the whip, only to be jumped out on by police. Both attempted to get low and flee. Derek ran through a nearby apartment complex, but was cut off by a police car and surrendered. He had the cell phone on him with the same number that was contacting Angel and the keys to the car. Terica ran in the opposite direction. Allegedly, she attempted to up a blick before tripping down the hill and dropping the gun in a storm drain. In her possession was a few perks, grass, some girl, and a phone. The car was searched, finding ammunition. As the two were taken into custody, police retrieved the gun from the drain. Also searched both their homes, in which they allegedly found the .32 in Derek's room. As the autopsy came back from Angel and Edgardo's body, the bullet fragments were linked back to the blick found in Derek's room. As the two were in custody, county police used cell phone records and surveillance, linking them to the previous hit on Kyle as well. Now the two face 3 murder charges. As they made the trial, surveillance footage and text messages were shown to jurors, and eventually Terica and Derek were found guilty and sentenced to life in prison on first-degree hit, robbery, and handgun charges. Rest in peace to Kyle, Angel, and Edgardo. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to the families. I'm not sure what the motive was for Kyle. As far as the double hit at the motel, they tried to say it was a deal that went bad, turned into a robbery. Either way, people lost their lives, over $20 worth of grass, a few grams, perks, and balls. More of this story, I don't condone it at all. But if you feel like you gotta be in the streets, make it make sense. If you are 25 and over, make an escape plan. Nothing lasts forever. You forget your purpose for doing it. Now you just out here, moving reckless, looking for any opportunity, big or small. I know cause I've been there, risking your life and freedom for crumbs, when you probably can make the same bread working, selling t-shirts, or doing something else. Eventually, it ends in the ground or in the cell. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, crazy story. Rest in peace to all 3 people. I ain't gonna talk y'all head off on this one. I don't really know the purpose for the situation. It sounded like they was just out here trying to make moves, trying to get any bread they could, trying to get any product they could. It's a lot of people out here moving like that. You know, the sad thing about it, if something like this do happen, Something go wrong, you up there blick on somebody, they try to fight back. You got to do what you got to do, whatever. Now you're in a situation, you facing a life sentence. Over what? People got to ask themselves that, man. But y'all already know this is another episode of the Baltimore Way. I definitely appreciate y'all if you made it to the end. Leave it in the comments. Remember, be respectful. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.